Good morning, nation, folks, folkettes, and everything in between and beyond. My name is Roy, the host of Happenings, the only host in the history of the internet, as far as I'm concerned, who fully and wholeheartedly admits that he has no idea what he is talking about. No idea is a little bit of an exaggeration. I'm getting better ideas now. Follow the right sources, have better ideas. Just say stuff. That's not my style. Saying stuff for the sake of saying stuff is not my style. Sometimes I troll and it doesn't really come out as a troll. Sometimes I say that Spo is one of the best leagues in the coach because I don't realize what's happening. Maybe I have early onset dementia. I don't know. I don't want to joke about it. My mom has Alzheimer's, so this is not necessarily something that I take lightly. I'm joking about it because it's a little bit funny, at least in my perspective. I am here to talk, of course, about the win yesterday against the Magic. We finally got the Magic. It did not look like we were going to up until the very beginning of the fourth quarter. The first 5 minutes of the first quarter actually indicated that we were going to be humiliated by the Magic, and we were not humiliated by the Magic. And it was clear that it wasn't necessarily going to be a humiliation, right? It kind of came to a point where the average lead for the Magic was anywhere between 5 to 10 points, which is still a double digit, but it kind of sustained itself more between 5 and 7, right? Not a horrible game, right? A game in the mud, not a game that you are pleased to see, and a very bad game for their 3-point shooting, which tells a lot of the story because they chose to shoot, quite a few shots from three that just didn't go in. We know when that happens to us, how difficult it is to win the game. And they still almost got it. They still had a surge to kind of, we were up 4, if not mistaken, right? And then all of a sudden they kind of came back and got the lead. They scored 5 straight points. And then we had that hero. We finished that with 20 points. Who do we have? 17 for Burks, 14 for Rozier. Hackers also did pretty well in points. I'm good that I hit Hackers yesterday in under 4 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. Under 4 rebounds. Yeah, under. It was under rebounds, 4.5. So I got him. I got Hackers on that bet on Price Picks. But glad to see that Hackers actually participated, did well. A lot of people criticizing Bam. Bam had 4 points, 4 personal fouls, 4 turnovers, but 5 blocks, 0 steals, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds. So it's not like it didn't contribute. People talking through their elbows. It's what we say in Portuguese. When people talk through their elbows, instead of saying something nastier, saying that Bam is not doing a good job. No, look, Bam reached a certain level last season in terms of his offense, and he's declined. He's declined because of a few factors that are not necessarily within his control. The different style that is not being well implemented or well executed in terms of the new offensive vision the Spo has. The fact that mid-range jumpers or mid-range shots are taken out of the selection. Now they're coming back in, and sometimes Butler does them smoothly. Sometimes you can see from a mile away that the shot is not even going to, it's just going to bounce back off the rim. But I understand. People criticizing Bam for his lack of aggressiveness in a time that we need somebody else to step up as the leader of the group, and Bam being the captain of the team, going on year 7 right now with the team. It becomes problematic because that no ceiling idea gets, okay, no, I think he reached his ceiling last season. Can he actually break out of it and have his prime in the next couple of seasons? Of course he can. It all depends on what we do as well, but it doesn't really matter. Of course, Bam Adebayo himself can. We saw that with Hero. Hero showed signs of greatness in the first season that he was here. What was it, the first season that we got, 2019, 2020, if I'm not mistaken? And we got to the finals, and he scored 37 points. He showed signs of greatness, that snarl, right? That was Hero's first invention, and then Duncan Robinson came afterwards. Generally speaking, the win tells me something important, which is there is unity in the locker room. So Spo most likely has not lost the locker room. I mean, that's my first and utmost fear, right? Has Spo lost the locker room, and then are we able to do the right thing and get Spo out of the team if that is what's needed? But the truth is, that's not what it doesn't look like. That's what's happened, right? It does look like, in this case, Spo just, it's still mad. There is no grit. There is no being able to get out of the mud without unity and without listening to the coach. This time the timeouts worked. This time we managed to navigate their offense a lot better. But there is another point that I want to make. I thought that Burks had to be injected into the fourth quarter when we were down 13 against the Magic last time. And you just see how Burks contributes and how Burks helps. A lot of people are hailing Hero as the hero of the game. But honestly, to me, that's Burks. That is Burks. Not the hero in the sense of being the hero, but that's Burks. Burks got us within striking range. Burks got us, out of the... And then, yes, Hero had a decent fourth quarter. What is it, 7-point fourth quarter? Had a decent fourth quarter. Not a great fourth quarter. And again, players like him cannot just choose one quarter to play. And yes, I think that we are like 1-3 or 1-4 or maybe 2-3, 2-4 as it pertains to last-minute shots. We made this one. It could have not gone in, but I like the fact that it shows the mid-ranger and didn't take this extra step backs that we are looking for so we could maximize the lead. Thankfully we got it, and I was scared with under 1 second because that's just how it is for the Miami Heat, but we got it. And because we got it the way that we got it with an ugly win, coming, again, right in the mud, coming back from down 14 points, battling an average of 5 to 10 points lead from the opponent team and still being able to come back and finish shows that there is team unity, there is hope. So regardless of everything else that's happening, the noise that is created obviously resounds more, or is more resounding because it's Jimmy Butler. Otherwise, it wouldn't be such a great noise. But I think that Pat's efforts yesterday, which is what Jimmy Butler wanted in the first place. But again, you don't tell me what you want, I'm not going to know necessarily, baby. That's communication. Relationships are all about communication. But it is, the fact that Pat Riley comes out and he says we don't want to trade Butler. That could have been something that was arranged as a compromise, between the parts. Because obviously, like I said, do I want Jimmy Butler to leave? No. Do I want Jimmy Butler to stay? Only if he wants to. If he doesn't want to stay, he's out. I don't want him. No team should want a player that doesn't want to stay to be in that team. So you do what needs to be done. And on the other hand, there is also the fact that I do think that because there aren't any proposals right now, regardless of what Jimmy Butler is trying to do, because of the fact that there aren't any proposals, then there is not much Jimmy Butler can do. Okay. Yeah, let me just do this. Yeah. And there is not much that I can say other than Jimmy Butler has done amazing things to this for this organization. But this organization did amazing things to Jimmy Butler. I don't necessarily agree with the point of view that this organization did a lot for him, but it did get to the finals only because of us. And whether or not that was the cast off of anyone's dreams, being Butler the main guy, at least it's something that I think that with this organization, the real potential of Jimmy Butler was exposed and expressed, much better than in any other team throughout his career. And if he ever got this close to the ring, it was because he came to play for the Miami Heat. It's a shame that the front office, in my opinion, did drop the ball. Because, having a guy like Jimmy Butler, you don't waste that opportunity. And you try to do something, but were we ever in a position to do something at all? Were we ever in a position to do something at all? Throughout the Kyrie Irving era, maybe, but again, or James Harden, he wasn't coming to Miami. Nobody wants Beal's contract, and so nobody wanted it then, nobody wants it now. KD, it's like the people in Five Reasons Sports that they don't know if there ever was an attempt. Maybe there was a fumble there. I honestly don't know. I don't know that the Miami Heat had the assets to get a KD. Yes, that is my son screaming. So there's a lot of distractions going on today, but that's just the way it is. I wanted to put this video out saying, despite the noise, we got it. It's an important win because it shows grit. It shows unity in the locker room. And at the same time, right now, it does seem like things may have gotten a little bit quieter from Butler's camp. Let's just hope that's the case. And let's go Heat.